For whatever reason, I recently gained interest in drumming. I taught myself how to drum, and honestly, I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Wow, either the camera angle is bad or I really let myself go. No, wait, I'm always fat. Anyways, it's Get Ricked here with another mental venting video, which is a long time coming, especially when my spring semester ends like literally the first week of May.
What? It's July!
Yes, I'm very aware that it has been past 2 months, and that I have been completely absent since then. But I have my reasons why. With the abstract of it, let's just say after my semester ended, I wanted to take a break and do my own thing for a bit. You know, touching grass, maybe some ass. Kidding, I'll lose my hands if I try. Oh yeah, and then there's my job as well. Okay, well, anyways. So basically after my semester was over, I was taking a break until I feel mentally rejuvenated. And I did up until around mid-June. I mean, stuff happens. Some good, some bad.
Some very bad.
Yeah, a lot has happened, and I'll try to talk about it each event in order, starting from how my spring semester went to after that. And then to the part where it is bad that led me to taking even a longer break. Which I'm not really sure if that's what I would call it. Alright, so college. Yeah. I mean, I had worse semesters than this one. I wouldn't say it was difficult, just a lot more tedious than it should be. I think it's safe to say I wrote the same amount of papers as a number of pages of a dictionary. And don't get me started with Psych 301. Most of my papers are from that fucking class, because these assigned papers are given like weekly, and most of them are due a week after. Asking me questions like, what careers do you want to do with this major? Why you want to do it? How are you gonna do it? Where are you gonna do it? And so on and so on. Also, yes, I still get these quizzes the same amount of questions as the number of states of the US. I still wouldn't call that a quiz, and it's still being announced like 4 days before the due date. On the bright side though, there's like 6 or 7 total for this class. Overall, 301, weekly papers with a shitload amount of time of researching and self-discovering and all that crap, along with last-minute studying for quizzes. It's very time-consuming, especially when you have other responsibilities outside of college. Alright, that's enough of Psych 301. Now there's another class I also have an issue with. So Psych 356, Psychology of Personality. Survey of classical theories and methods. Actually, you know what? Read it yourself. This is not a bedtime story. I put a screenshot on there for a reason. So basically, the best way I can describe it, pretty much psychoanalyzing people through observing or some other method, seeing and understanding how and why people are the way they are, or some shit like that. And I'm not even gonna lie, I already forgotten what I've learned in that class. It's been past 2 months. So I managed to find the class syllabus or a version of it through the dark webs of the internet, in hopes of you all having a better understanding of what this class is about. Of course, I had to black out some info for the sake of privacy for the professor, the school, and myself. But yes, as you can see in the course description and objectives, it's pretty much similar how I explained it. Like analyzing a human subject, pretty much psychoanalyzing an individual, and pretty much theorize, compare, contrast, and pretty much think like outside the box of how this person, you know, become the person they are from childhood to adulthood. That sounds interesting, right? And the description of how to pass the class and understanding the purpose of personality seems fairly simple, right? Wrong! it's actually not as easy as it sounds. Like, I can list the many flaws this class has, such as... Hey, I did say this class has a lot of flaws, didn't I? What, you're expecting a shorter list? Like, picking a person who is not your classmate and has to be outside of your social and family circle to psychoanalyze and write about them, it's a bit nerve-wracking, especially for many students who are introverted. Hell, I felt a similar way. Like, meeting someone for the first time, I believe in first impression, and I don't want to come off as a creep or a weirdo and such. I'm a creep. Then again, I suppose that's how you meet people and make new friends. I mean, we all started off as strangers. I don't want to get into details on what I did on my assignment. I passed to class, so that's what matters. But at the time, writing a paper about a real person that I never met in my life, I felt like there will be negative consequences if the person discovers what I did. So instead, I just picked a random popular Twitch streamer. Hey, what they don't know won't hurt them, right? Overall, the class, there's like no engagement. It feels so bland and boring. There's no PowerPoints, no in-class demonstrations. Just students sitting on their ass for an hour, basically just listening to him rambling, and some of us students had to squint a little when we're looking at the board, because there's like an old ass projector and he was writing so small that I can't tell what the hell he was writing at all. I mean, he's literally using an overhead projector in a college lecture class. It's like I'm stuck in my elementary era. And the only homework we're getting are just 9 journals total, and that's pretty much it. That's all the homework we're getting. And yeah, no extra credit whatsoever either. Okay, that's a lie, but the amount he gave us, it was literally 1 point extra credit. It might as well be no extra credit at all. It even says it on the syllabus, so you can see that I'm not lying. It's so stupid, because 1 point, I feel like it doesn't do much at all. Like, 1 point isn't enough. Oh, Rick, you had 9 journals total. Just do them all and turn them in on time. You'll get 9 points of extra credit. Easy.
All right, don't tell me to do anything. Anytime you ever say anything, it makes me want to take my boot and shove it so far up your ass, you're gonna be spitting out shoelaces all week.
Yeah, surprising as it sounds, considering I'm a lazy dumbass, I still did all 9 papers. And I'm telling you this right now, doing all 9 of them is a complete waste of my time! Like, I literally worked hard on a lot of my assignments because I wanted to pass, and it's not easy as it sounds. But doing all 9 journals and the professor decides to grade only 2 of them, and the rest is just left untouched? What the fuck? And he doesn't choose 2 of the best ones. He chooses randomly based on the journal's number for the whole class. So if he happens to randomly pick a journal that you did terrible on, well, suck to suck. And the extra credit points, you only get them from the journals he picked. So that's just two extra points total for the whole semester if you turn them in on time. Am I the only one who thinks that's stupid? Yeah! Anyways, I just feel like I'm not learning too much in that class, considering that his learning style is kind of different from my type of taste. Like, there's no PowerPoint on a blackboard that I can just read through. It's just like a bunch of lecture videos that are an hour long, just him talking while I'm trying to make out what he was writing on there. It's like he was writing on the Microsoft Paint or something, and it was so hard to read what it says at times. But yeah, that's my whole semester. It was a time-consuming task, especially when my job got mixed in. But either way, I managed to pass all my classes, 2 A's and a C, which by... Now, like I said, I'm happy that I passed all my classes. What I'm not happy about is why do I always get a percentage grade that is at the borderline? Like 79%? Are you fucking kidding me? This literally happens to me almost every fucking semester. Like, why? Okay, we're almost near the end of the video, and in case you're wondering, wait, weren't you wearing a black shirt? Did you change clothes? That's my neighbor's app. Huh, someone lost their dog. Well, I guess it's time for me to keep a lookout. Anyways, I last recorded like 10 days ago, and I couldn't continue due to feeling a bit fatigued from the changes of the weather recently, and I guess I've been feeling easily exhausted for quite some time now. So yeah, after my semester ended, I just want to take like a break for myself and try to catch up with my friends because I miss them. And probably the last time I'll ever say anything like that ever again. Oh yeah, and along the way, I met Yvonne from OTV with my friends. Big shout outs to her. She's pretty great, even though I look like a nervous train wreck. Like for real, I don't know what happened. Like my confidence decided to jump out the window when I approached her at her meet and greet. I didn't know what to say to her besides hello. Plus, meeting her while I'm making this face, or worse, this? But no, it was a great time. I had fun. Got some cool free stuff. This keychain is one of them. So far, my break went pretty well, and I was about to get back into doing YouTube content until that one day. The terrible event that occurred on that day, which is the reason why I even took a longer break. Now, this is something I don't really know if I'm allowed to talk about it based on legal reasons, I guess you can say. I mean, I asked for many opinions and I keep getting mixed answers. So I'm gonna be a bit vague about it, leave out a few infos here and there, but try to give as many details as I can without, getting shitted on or whatever based on the law. But yeah, it's pretty serious. Even though when I feel like I shouldn't give any fucks about it. Alright, here we go. So, my home got burglarized around mid-June. Now again, I don't know how much details I can give concerning showing pictures and videos, and I asked for some opinions from other people if it's okay to do so. Even if I find their reasons to be completely stupid. Like seriously, giving consent? Dude, I did not give any consent whatsoever to these criminals of breaking and entering my home and stealing my family shit. Yet they still do it anyways. So why the hell do I need to get their consent of showing their faces on the internet? It's a stupid thing to say, but I gotta do it anyways, unfortunately. So as you can see, I did have security footage of the perpetrators when it happened, and even though the video was pixelated while zooming in, I still have a decent look on their faces. But again, I had to block their faces out and remove the audio. But it was two women who many people told me they believed they're Romani people scoping my home at broad daylight. The one in the stripes looks pregnant. And they have a getaway driver in a darkish greenish van. Unfortunately though, I couldn't get their plate number due to video pixelation. But my home is like a corner house, so they went around the corner and I believe the woman in black somehow climbed over and unlocked my backyard gate, and they all came in through my window. Now, I believe they have a fourth accomplice, but I'm not 100% sure. What made me believe there's a fourth accomplice is that the two women are waiting here, and then you have the driver, but who was closing this door? But that is something I should let the police figure out, which is disappointing considering a month has passed after the incident and they're still at large. I posted my situation on Facebook and Reddit, and I had people reach out to me. And apparently, there were evidence that other people who live around the same county as I do, their homes also got broken into. And based on images and videos, it looks like it's the same people who came to my house. And if it is the same suspect, they've been doing this for quite a while. They're a bunch of fucking bitches. I think everyone can agree with me on that one. Overall, everyone wasn't home at the time, so we're all okay. I'm okay. No one was hurt, or anything. We believe they've been scoping the area for quite some time, so they know, like I guess all of our schedules. They mainly stole cash and jewelry from my family, and I'm pretty sure they took over 5K worth of things. And yeah, that's all the details that I'm allowed to give. I would ramble more about how this situation was handled by the police, but I don't think it's something I should talk about, at least not yet, if not at all. Plus, the video's gonna be a lot longer than it should be. I can tell you this much, that me and my family, we didn't take it too well, especially with my grandparents, since most of their jewelries, they're like memorable things to them. And now it's all gone, so, big fuck you to the people who stole our shit. I hate you. And really stealing from old people, like the elderly, is like, that's lower than low, even for you. And as of how it affected me, I actually have someone who lives in my household actually putting the blame on me because I didn't check the security footage whenever I get notifications, and I didn't. I sort of blame myself as well because around the time the burglary happened, it was the same time I got off work. So I could have gone home at the time after I got off work, but I didn't. I went out to do my own thing, and yeah, I kind of blame myself for a while. I don't know. It's a sense of guilt, I guess. I mean, I did feel like I have failed protecting my home, even though when it is something out of my control, including everyone in my family. Like, I shouldn't be blaming myself for something that's not my fault. Or, like, someone in my family blaming me, that's something that I shouldn't be blamed for. But I guess everyone handles things differently. Like, I mean, I can't speak for all Asian families, but, you know, like, having one of them, like, pointing fingers at you and blaming for the burglary to happen, it's like, I already feel shitty enough when the burglary happened. You don't need to make me feel any shittier than I already have. Okay, I think I vent way more than enough, but yeah, it's the main reason why I took a longer break, just to figure shit out, and yeah, you know. But as of now, I'm trying to get my shit together and try to get back on my YouTube grind, but I can't make any promises. I'm all over the place. But it will really help if you all leave a like on this video, that is if you like it to begin with. And also smash that subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, which is probably some of the worst platforms to follow someone. Especially with Twitter recently, I don't know what's going on. And that's about it. I'll see you all, hopefully, again next time. And fuck you to those burglars. See ya.